Hi guys! I feel like I haven't been here or talked to any of you in so long. So I wanted to pop on today. It's been crazy with summer and everything else that goes on during the month of May. I feel like is just so insane. Um, so I wanted to just kind of jump on because I started a new fit group today, which I wanted to share with everyone who isn't possibly part of it yet. If you want to be part of my fit group, it's free and you can join us. It's a little bit, it's kind of a similar mindset of this group, but our focus is on fitness and physical well-being and nutrition, as well as some of the mental stuff that what we talk about here. But that's a more specific group focused on that. And so when I was thinking about that group and getting started, I was also thinking about my summer goals. And, I like to have an area. When I look at my area of goals, it's not just in one place. So I wanted to come on here and talk about how I goal set, and how, we have to be goal setting and sort of revamping our goals every so often. You can't just set a goal for the year and be like, okay, great. Because then if you don't go back and revise that goal, revisit it, constantly be flexible with it, you're going to probably not achieve it or not be successful because you're not revisiting where the struggles you have are and what obstacles you're facing and then how to overcome them. So I'm going to kind of start from scratch and just how I goal set or what things I do to set goals. So first I work from a SMART goal mindset. SMART being an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Some people toy with those words a little bit, but that's how I use them. So that means when you set a goal, it's not just about saying, hey, I want to drop 10 pounds. That's great. I'm sure everyone would like to drop 10 pounds. But why is that goal not achievable? It's because we don't actually create a plan of action to facilitate that goal. So everyone would like to lose 10 pounds, but how do you plan on losing the 10 pounds? So a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goal for losing 10 pounds, right, might be revised to say, I'd like to lose 10 pounds or drop a size by, let's say, 6 weeks from now or 8 weeks from now by working out 4 times a week and watching my portion control on my food. Okay, that would be a realistic and timely way, and it's measurable. I'm able to say, did I work out 4 times this week? Was I keeping track of my nutrition and portion controlling my food? Now that's a way for me to measure and check off if I'm able to accomplish that goal. The first thing you may want to start with is, what are the obstacles you might face with that goal? So for me, an obstacle I might face is staying on track with my containers. I can seemingly get the workouts in, but I'm having a hard time staying focused on with my food. So the biggest issue for me would be night binge eating and having trouble staying on task. So I can look at what obstacle I'm presented with and see if there's a way that I can implement some type of accountability for that obstacle. Maybe I call a friend instead of binge eating at night. Maybe I, make a group thread in my fit group and say, hey guys, whenever we feel like binge eating or eating something we shouldn't, we can post in here and talk about it. Creating some type of accountability for your obstacle, telling people about what you're trying to accomplish in your goals. That's another way to be accountable. So that's just like an example. I feel like I use the fit example a lot, so I'm going to give you a different one. But first I want to talk about categories. So when I think about goal setting, the other thing I do is I sit down with what categories of my life are important. Now, I always do this with my patients, and it's something I think is helpful. I do the 5 F's. Fitness and food, that's 1. Family, friends, fun being vacation, self-care, and finances. Okay, so those are my 5 F's. And then the other one I add in is school or work. So if you're in school or if you work. And then personal development. So that's like where you can grow spiritually, where you can grow, emotionally. It's where you would grow in the sense of, being a more defined person. That could be therapy. So let's take a different goal. I have a goal for fun, right? Plan a vacation for next year. So I would say to measure that goal, how am I going to make sure I plan a vacation? Plan a vacation by the end of the month for a specific time or date with at least the place we're going to go, the amount it's going to possibly cost, and a breakdown of how much we're going to save from now till then. That's a way to set a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goal. Now, if I set a goal to go to, let's say, something outlandish or ridiculous, I'm trying to think of something like Fiji or Bali or something awesome, that might be a financial thing that, right, if I can't realistically save in the amount of time I want to allot for that vacation, then it's not a realistic or achievable goal. So I have to revamp the goal. If the obstacle would be saving the money to go to Fiji or Bali, then maybe I make that a 5-year plan and I realistically set aside, what it would cost and how much I'd be able to save with what I make, right now. And then say I lost my job or my husband lost his job, we'd have to reassess that goal because it's based off two things: finances and our desire to want to go away. So, these are just the areas in which I work. I don't know if anybody is struggling with setting goals or has difficulty setting goals, but these are things I can really help you with. And honestly, these are things I'm considering helping people with life coaching to kind of help people set up specific goals for themselves and help them achieve them by being their accountability partner and by also helping them structure what things they need in order to accomplish these goals. So if anyone is more interested in that, you can let me know. Other than that, the other thing I usually do is I take, after I think about the goals that, the categories of goals, I start to look at, okay, which goals would be something I'd be interested in, or think areas of my life that I really want to work on right now. Taking on too many goals at once is sometimes unrealistic, so prioritize. And what I do is I'll ask myself, imagine what it would be like if these goals are accomplished. So I speak to myself, or I actually write out these goals as if they're already in action. Like, what would my life be like if all of these goals are then accomplished? So I sit down, I go through my categories, I write down my specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely goal, and then I write out a paragraph about what my life will be like once all of these goals are accomplished. And that's just helpful. Hearing yourself and speaking in a current sense as if you've already accomplished the goal is a visualization exercise that athletes use and actors use. People who want to visualize the end goal being good, being successful, they do so, and that visualization actually helps them prepare and be more successful at that goal. I don't know. Sorry, I'm kind of getting spewty. And a good way to even start goal setting is just to ask yourself, what are some things that you'd like to do more of this year, this month, this specific amount of time, what you'd like to do more of and what you'd like to do less of. So what will I do more of? What will I do less of? And then kind of looking at your categories of life and seeing where you really want to make changes. If you're just right now saying like, oh, I'm looking at all those categories, I want to make changes everywhere. Don't do that. It's overwhelming, right? Ask yourself, what's the biggest obstacle you're currently facing, and that's causing you the most distress, that's weighing you down the most, and start with that and just get that specific goal written down. And once you do, you work on that obstacle and say, well, how can I be proactive or problem solve for that specific obstacle? If you have trouble, that's where I can come in. So let me know if you're struggling, and we can maybe work more one-on-one with this, okay? Other than that, I hope you guys all are enjoying your May and the beautiful weather. There's so much exciting stuff that goes on, I know, in the summer, so it can get overwhelming. But please know that I'm still here, and we are meeting June 14th, I believe, which is the second Friday of every month. We will be meeting at my house. For anyone who is interested in joining, we will always be doing something different. This month is Wine Club. We're all going to bring a bottle of our favorite wine, and we're going to do a tasting of all of everyone's favorite wine. Prepare to bring maybe some Aleve for the morning, but it should be fun and exciting. Hi, Kate. I don't know if you guys are interested in doing that, but I just think it's fun to kind of get us all together and to be able to just create more of that meet and greet, get this empowered women kind of together. It's a really fun, exciting sort of social experiment, I think. And I think it's been pretty awesome. I've met some great girls, and I've just been interacting now with more girls. I mean, I know all of you, but it's really nice to see you guys interact with each other and to get that group unity kind of going. It's really cool. So if you guys have any goal questions or any, like if I haven't explained this well, or if you need more examples, let's see if I can give you another example. Let's take the area of school. I have a bunch of kids who are all in school, right? And they have finals and exams coming up. So one of their goals might be to, pass my math regents. So we talk about, well, what is currently the obstacle? If this person's just trying to pass math, they might not, that passing the regent might be a struggle. If this person's getting 95s in math, their goal might be a little different. One might have to set really hard struggles, and one might have easy things to do. So it's really dependent on that person and why they want that goal, and then what we can do to accomplish it to be measurable. So now let's say you want to pass your regent, you're not doing well in school, you want to pass your math regent. We would set up maybe the same study session. We'd say we're going to study for 30 minutes 4 times a week by using our Regents prep book, and that would be that, right? I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody. It's attainable, it's realistic, it's timely, right? I'm only asking for 30 minutes 4 times a week, and currently if I'm doing nothing, that would be a huge improvement. If I'm already doing 30 minutes 4 times a week and I'm still failing math, then I would want to increase that or look at where the obstacles are. Is it that I can't concentrate when I'm in math class? Is it that I can't focus on being home and doing math? Maybe it's not maybe the problem isn't that I'm not getting the right grade. The problem is I'm not able to focus, or I'm distracted by my friend in that class, or I'm falling behind because I missed a week of school and I need to catch up by going to extra help. So there may be different reasons for why you need to attain that goal, and each person is individual. So each goal is going to be very individual. Each rationale and measure is going to be different. All right, so I don't want to get too much into that, but that's it. Focusing on your obstacles so that you can see where the problem lies, so you can focus on problem solving to set that goal. I hope that makes sense. If you need more help, you know where to find me. Have a great day, guys. Bye.